Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a full face of Pat McGrath, you guys, and I cannot believe what I am about to say. It's finally leaving my mouth. Y'all, this video is in partnership with Pat McGrath, and I am I'm still kind of shook. I love her products, and it just feels so surreal to finally be working with Pat McGrath. Like, I literally did not ever think this day would come. So the look that I'm going for today is gonna be a full-on glam, but I wanna keep it as soft and as natural as possible, but still keep it, you know, full glam, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna put on any lashes today because we're gonna be using the new Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. So this mascara is gonna give you length, it's gonna give you volume. So since the mascara is gonna be the star of the show, I wanna keep my eyes really simple because I do find that when I do bold looks, or not just bold looks, but if I do like, I don't know, 2 or 3 different shades on my lid and then go in with only a mascara, you're not really seeing much of my lashes that way because I do have really short lashes. So I'm gonna try to keep this really simple, maybe use 1 or 2 shades on the lid and then focus on the Dark Star Mascara, so that way you guys can really see the length and the volume of my lashes from this mascara. So we're gonna start out with, of course, the lips, because y'all know I have to moisturize my lips. So I'm gonna take the Pat McGrath Clear Lip Balm and moisturize my lips. Also, if you've never tried any of her lip balms, they are really buttery, really smooth. Like, they feel like you just applied butter on your lips. Comment down below if you do your face or do you do your eyes first when you do your makeup. I usually go in with the face. So, you know, I prep my skin, I do my foundations, I do my powders, and then I do my eyes last. So going in with the skin prep, I'm gonna take the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer and put this all over my face. I'll take maybe 2.5 pumps and just rub it in. So while that sits on my face, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, and I'll be back. Okay, now if this is one of your first makeup tutorials that you've seen from me, I always go back into my brows after I do my foundations and my powders, so don't think that I'm done. So now we're gonna go in with the Sublime Perfection Foundation. I know this is a medium coverage foundation, but if you are wanting more coverage, if you wanna make sure that the foundation is going to cover everything, my biggest tip is to go in with the concealer first. So if you have dark spots on your face, you can go in and conceal those dark spots. So I'm gonna do that for you guys right now. So I'm gonna take the shade 26 in the Sublime Perfection Concealer, and this is a little close to my skin tone. So I'm just gonna take it around the areas where I do have, you know, some dark spots. So over here, and then right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out using this little brush from the Sublime Brush Duo, and just take it just like this, and over here, just tapping it in. So instead of going back and forth, just tapping it into the skin. This literally feels like I'm tapping it in with my finger, because the way this brush is made, like, it feels like a finger instead of a brush. I mean, it feels like a brush, but the way the bristles are densely packed in, and then taking it over here, then right here, doing the same thing. So yeah, if you already have this foundation and you don't like it because it's not giving you the coverage that you want, take a full coverage concealer and just take it wherever you need it on your face and just tap it in just like that, and it instantly gives you coverage. Like, look at that, flawless. Now we're gonna go in with the Sublime Perfection Foundation. I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps, maybe 2, maybe just 2, and taking the Pat McGrath foundation brush, just dipping it into that and just tapping it into the skin, just like this. I'm just bouncing it on my face as if I'm applying it with a sponge. And I actually like how this brush is made, because you can see here how it's short, it's round, and it's also a really nice dense brush. So now I'm gonna take the concealer again. This is a different shade. So I have 26 to spot conceal, and then I use 23 to highlight. So I'm gonna take 23 under my eyes, and then I get the chin, and then forehead, and then the center of my nose. And I'm gonna take the same brush that I used to spot conceal and just blend this out under my eye. And I like to tap the product in. This fits perfectly right where I need it to fit, like right where I need it. Now I'm gonna take the other brush in the Sublime Shine Brush Duo and take the Sublime Perfection Under Eye Setting Powder, which is in the shade Deep, and place it under the eyes to set that concealer. And this is also the perfect shaped brush to fit right here, right in this area. Like, perfect. Girl, I may not even go back to using a sponge, especially like doing this, because both of these brushes are perfect. Okay, look how flawless my face looks, you guys. Like, and we're not even done. We are not even done. I'm gonna pick up my Sublime Perfection setting powder in the shade Medium 3, and taking that same brush that I just used, I'm gonna dip it in there, and I'm just gonna place it right here. This just kind of helps to define your cheeks, your cheekbones. Now taking Pat McGrath's powder brush, dipping it into that same powder, and just lightly buff it where I didn't really apply any of that powder, just to make sure that the foundation is set. So right in here, under my jaw, and then my forehead. I'm gonna stick with the same powder brush and go in with a different shade in the loose setting powder. This one is Medium Deep 4. So you can see that this one is definitely darker than the other one, but I'm gonna use this today as my bronzer. So dipping a little bit into the powder and then lightly swiping it around the perimeter of my face. Just look at that, y'all. Look at how beautiful that came together. Like, I can't. So now I'm gonna pick up Medium 3 one more time and taking the same brush that I used with it earlier. And I just like to apply some of it down the side of my nose, just like this. So I almost forgot to fix my brows. I take a brow spoolie after I finish the face, so that way whatever product is right there, it kind of blends into my brow to make it look soft and faded. So as I mentioned earlier, I like to keep a really simple eye when I'm not wearing lashes. So I'm gonna take the Mothership 7, which is the Divine Rose, and I'm gonna dip into 2 colors today. So the 2 shades I'm using, by the way, this is the limited edition packaging. So right now, if you do pick up this palette, it's gonna be a black palette. But I'm gonna dip into this color and this color, these 2 shades right here, and just kind of mix them together, just so that we can have both of them mixed and place it all over my lid. And then I'm just gonna wipe the brush off because I don't want too much of that color to, you know, get into the crease. So wiping the brush off on a napkin and then taking it again. I'm not putting it in any of the eyeshadow and just blending the crease. And as I do this, I'm still wiping off the brush because I really don't want too much, you know, I don't want too much of that color to build up. I just want it to look really soft. So you see how soft this looks? So without taking any more of the shadow, just blending, 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 wiping off the brush, blending, wiping off the brush, and blending some more. So the key is to blend and also not to have so much of the product on the brush. Okay, I'm gonna take the Sublime Perfection Under Eye Setting Powder and take the same brush that I was using on the eyes and place this right in the inner corner. I'm just gonna kind of brighten up the inner corner with it and kind of sweep it over onto the lid. One thing about makeup is there are literally no rules. Like, you can use whatever you want, wherever you want. Like, literally no rules whatsoever. And to brighten up the inner corner even more, I'm gonna go back in the palette and pick up this shade right here at the top corner. It's a really light, frosty champagne color. And I'm just gonna tap it right here. Now for my waterline, I'm gonna take the eye pencil in the shade Black Coffee and take it right on the edges. I'm not gonna pull it all the way in. I'm just gonna stop in the center and then just kind of take it out. And by the way, this is a really dark brown eyeliner. Now we're gonna move on to the star of the show, which is the new Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. So if you guys can't already tell, my lashes are literally almost non-existent because they're so short. You can't even see them at all whatsoever. So this mascara is instantly gonna give my lashes volume, and it's also gonna give me that length that I need. So I'm gonna start out on this part. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna let you guys see how it looks with my mascara on and then how it looks without it. So I just stroke it, I kind of wiggle the wand, just like that. Kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I love the way how the brush is shaped. Like, it kind of has that hourglass contoured shape, and the bristles latch onto every single one of my lashes, y'all. Like, I can already tell a difference. So now let's put it on the bottom lashes. So yeah, this is how it looks with only mascara, with no false lashes. So you can obviously see that the Dark Star Mascara gave me lift, it gave me volume, it gave me length, because I desperately needed that with my lashes. So I will make sure to have a link on this mascara down below in the description, as well as everything else that I use on the face. So the next thing I do is, of course, wipe away this powder because I don't want to keep it right here. I just sweep it away using that same brush that we used earlier. So I'm not going to go in with any blush today, but I do want to take the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighting Duo, and I'm going to pick up the shade Iridescent Pink, this shade right here at the top, and I'm going to use the Pat McGrath highlighting brush to apply it. And I'm pretty much just stippling it in where I would apply blush, just on the apples of my cheeks, and then kind of swirling the brush. Look at that, girl, look how pretty that is. So the last step is the lips. I'm taking my all-time favorite gloss from Pat McGrath in the shade For Real and putting it all over my lips. And just to kind of tone down the color, I'm going to take the Pat McGrath lip liner in the shade Ground Control and just line the edges. I like how creamy these are because it makes it easier to apply after you get done applying a lip product. So it just easily blends into that gloss. All right, y'all, so this is the completed look. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a clip right here so you guys can see how it looks in natural lighting. I'm just standing right here in front of my window, and I know a lot of you love for me to insert these clips in my makeup tutorials, but I am really happy with the overall look. I love everything that I used. So if you guys are interested in any of the Pat McGrath products, I will have everything linked down below. And I do wanna say a huge thank you to Pat McGrath and Magic Links for sponsoring this video. I had a lot of fun creating this super glam, but at the same time a natural and soft everyday look. Let me know if any of you have tried any of Pat McGrath products. What are your favorites? Also, if you have tried the mascara, let me know your thoughts. And again, I will have everything that I use in the description of this video. So that is it, you guys. That is all that I have for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.